Hello, fans, fellas, and busters. We're here tonight with me, PPW wrestler Connor Corr, to recap another tremendous night of wrestling. Let's see what we got right here. First up, we had Not Bad Chad versus Bryce Akers. And these two really left it all in the ring. They were really showing their stuff. And after a really gnarly back and forth between these two competitors, we saw Not Bad Chad just barely scrape by with the victory with a sunset to Bryce Akers. After that, we had what some fans are calling the match of the night, because I was in it. Me, with my tag team partner, Marcus the Science Smith. And yes, it was quite the riveting match. You see, we went up against that treacherous imperialist, the American Beard, as well as Ultimo Leon. Sure, they may have given us a little bit of trouble, but it wasn't too bad, because, you know, in the end, we walked away with a W after a double roll-up. And boy, was it fantastic. Unfortunately, there were a bit of a minor setback after that, when we were forced to take on the team of Stinky Sky Blue and Andy Anderson. Now, let me tell you, folks, it was not the most sportsmanlike of matches. And in the end, with all their dastardly tricks, my good friend and tag team partner, Marcus the Science Smith, was unfortunately had to eat a pin after an off-the-top crossbody from Sky Blue. What a brutal maneuver! It was tough to watch, I gotta be honest, folks. But because I know you're all such great fans of mine, you can head on over right now to Pro Wrestling Tees and pick up my exclusive official t-shirt. I guess Sky Blue has one too, whatever. Moving on, the next match we saw Big Chase Gosling against fellow big fella, good old TJ Steele. Now, these two titans really went after it in the ring. It was quite the match, but after a supreme back and forth, one went one way, one went the other, tugging this and that, Big Chase Gosling ended up taking up the win with a sneaky victory roll, holding the tights. Not very sportsmanlike, I gotta say. You gotta work on that, Chase Gosling. Moving on, we had another fantastic match with a couple of high-flying fellas. It was Anakin up against Sensei. And let me tell you, folks, this was an all-out war. These two busters really don't like each other. You got a sense for that in the match. But in the end, it was the fans who won, because neither of these two won, because it ended up in a time limit draw. But boy, what a match. After that, we had good old Inestra going up against Slick Willy. Another absolutely enthralling matchup. But the real winner of this one was sportsmanship. Because as Inestra tried to pull off some sneaky maneuvers with the help of his friend Sensei, it blew up right in their faces, backfired completely. And Willy was able to get a nice roll-up on old Inestra. That ought to raise his stock in here. He's doing great. And then we have what was our main event. And folks, this one was one for the ages. As great as I am, and I am great, I don't even think that I can do this match justice. So you know what? Go to the clip. the look of terror in his eye, Matt Vine retains his title. And speaking of that title, next week at PPW 262, Chase Gosling will go up against Slick Willy to determine which one of these two men will become the #1 contender for that very same belt. Also that week, we're going to be featuring a single elimination tag team gauntlet, meaning that a new competitor will not enter until there are 2 men left in the ring. So that means that 2 wrestlers who were opponents merely seconds before could end up becoming tag team partners. Oh boy, you fellas are not gonna wanna miss this one. We'll see you next week, and thanks so much for sticking with us over here at Premier Pro Wrestling.